Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thanks to everyone for coming. Okay, thanks for your time. Okay, I'm glad to be here today to assist you, to share with you what Turnitin is all about. Okay, my name is Masa, representing Access Dunia Sejarah Berhad. Okay, just for information, Access Dunia is not Turnitin, but we are the exclusive reseller for Turnitin in Malaysia. Okay, because we got the rights to represent Turnitin since October 2007, so practically we have been around for the past 8 years. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I go through brief introduction what Turnitin is, and then we go to the hands-on training, a step-by-step training. So if you have any questions during the session, just stop me at any time, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay. Okay, a little bit about Turnitin. It was started on 1996 by the company called iParadigms. Okay, this is US-based software. The founder is Dr. John Derry. Okay, Turnitin is completely web-based. Okay, it works exactly just like your Facebook account. Okay, for example, in Facebook, you'll be using your personal email and password to log in. For Turnitin, you'll be using your official email and password to log in. The same thing, no CD, no software, you don't have to install anything. Okay, Turnitin consists of 3 tools. Okay, the originality check, grade mark, and year mark. Okay, for the originality check, previously it was known as plagiarism prevention software, but as a part of Turnitin rebranding strategy, they renamed as originality check. Okay, the main reason is because of the wrong perception on Turnitin. Okay, last time whenever we talk about Turnitin, people think Turnitin detect plagiarism. Turnitin catch students cheating. Okay, in fact, it is not true. Okay, what Turnitin does is to match your students' papers against the collection of the database. Okay, it's always up to you as lecturers to judge result given by Turnitin whether there is plagiarism or not. Okay, Turnitin is only tool to guide you, and the most important thing to save your time in detecting where the student copy from. Okay, Turnitin doesn't detect any plagiarism. Okay, and then the second one will be grade mark. Okay, grade mark is for online marking. So instead of using red pen to mark on hard copy, by using Turnitin you can mark online. You can put comments. You can even put voice comments to your student paper. And the third one is peer mark. Okay, peer mark is for student peer review each other papers. So for today's session, I will cover the originality check and grade mark. Okay, this is what Turnitin will do. Okay, so students have to submit their paper by online, e-format, for example like Microsoft Word, PDF, HTML, as long as it is text document. Okay, when the paper is submitted to Turnitin, it will be matched against 3 types of databases, and then Turnitin will check and produces what we call originality report. So this is a brief idea how it works. Okay, student paper or even your personal paper, when submitted to Turnitin, it will be matched against a billion and billion of papers. Okay, 3 types of databases, and then Turnitin will give you the report. So this is the reports will look like. Okay, on the left will be the student paper text, okay, student assignment, and on the right are all the matching sources. Okay, box number 1 comes from source number 1 and website number 1. Box number 2, source number 2, website number 2. Okay, you can see at the box number 1, the whole box is highlighted into red color, but there was just a short time period in gray color. That will be the student original words. Okay, so when I click at the box itself, Turnitin will show up a side-by-side comparison. Okay, so you can see the original words from the website in the space of a few minutes, but somehow these students actually changed it into just a short time period. Okay, so this is how Turnitin will do detection. Okay, so I was a student before. So as a student, we tend to paraphrase, change the wording sequences, replace the word here and that. It still can be highlighted. Okay, in order for students to escape detection from Turnitin, they have to change as much as 50% of the total words. Okay, for example, in a paragraph of 100 words, they might have to change 50 to 60 words in order for them to escape any potential detection from Turnitin. Okay, and then each paper will have the paper ID. the name of author, the date of submission, and the word count as well. Okay, so you can see here 94% overall similarity index. It doesn't mean that 94% plagiarism. Okay, it's 94% similar to the collection of the database. So you as a lecturer, you have to use your own judgment to judge whether all the highlights are plagiarism or not. Okay, if no plagiarism, you can exclude the sources, so that will bring down the percentage. Okay, and then lecturer and students can print and download the whole report. Okay, any question? Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay.
So if you put the source of the author, then it will not be highlighted.
Okay.
If you put the source of the author, the ones in red, okay, and then you put bracket, Wong Pei Hong 2010, whatever,
Okay.
so it will still be highlighted.
Yes. Whatever your students copy from any sources, okay, even your students put proper arrangement, as long as it's a matching against Turnitin database, Turnitin still highlight. Okay, I will show you our sample account after this. Okay. Alright, so whatever that you are looking at now, we call as text only report. In your student assignment, they might have pictures, diagrams, graph, everything will be taken out automatically. Okay, they only scan through all the text. But now, Turnitin came out with a new feature, what we call document viewer. Okay, they are showing you the original format of student paper. Okay, if they have any pictures, diagrams, graph, everything will be shown at the original place. The same thing, student assignment. And these are all the matching sources. Lecturer and students can print and download the whole report. Okay, some lecturer might prefer the text on the report. Some lecturer might prefer the original format. Okay, it's up to you, whichever that you prefer. Okay? Okay, three types of databases. The first one is the current and archived internet copy. Currently, Turnitin has 50 billion pages index. And the good thing is it's still counting. So every day, Turnitin will index a new pages into the database. Okay, if you find out that your students like to copy from any particular websites, you can let us know. Okay, we will ask Turnitin to index into the database, okay, for free. And then the archive copy. I'm sure without Turnitin, some of lecturers must be using Google to check their students' paper. Okay, according to Google technology, they are showing you the information that hits the internet 5 minutes ago. Okay, assume that your students do the assignment now, and maybe they submit 3 months or 6 months later. The information might not be in Google anymore. But for Turnitin, they will archive everything. Okay, even your students submit 3 years or 5 years later, it still can be highlighted. Okay, and then the second one, student papers submitted to Turnitin since 1996. So whatever you as a lecturer or your students submit, everything will go to the Turnitin database, okay, for future matching. And the third one, very special, millions of content from publishers. I'm sure by looking at this, the ProQuest, Emerald, EBSCO, okay, Zanariah, okay, those are the list of publishers that Turnitin have all their content in the database. Turnitin also have the full content of Yahoo. And then the cross-check is the latest partnership that they have more than 300 publishers. For example, like SEM, Elsevier, Expert Reviews, IEEE, okay, Sage, Springer, then Francis, Wiley. Okay, those are the list of publishers that Turnitin have all their content in the database, okay, the online content. Okay. Okay, so in order for you to use Turnitin, there are 4 easy steps, very simple. Okay, the first one-time process only. Of course, you have to create your own user profile first. Okay, once you got your own user profile, the role of lecturer will be create class and create assignment. Okay, once you have created the class and created an assignment, you have to provide your students with the class ID and enrollment password. That's it. Okay, so that your students can actually enroll under your class and start submit paper. Okay, the role of lecturer will be create class, create assignment. The role of students is to submit paper. But in order for students to submit paper, they have to enroll under your class. So in order for them to enroll under your class, they will need the class ID and enrollment password. Okay, I will cover all the steps during the hands-on training. Okay, these are the list of our clients in Malaysia. When we start on 2007, we only have 6 customers. Okay, the first 2 is Sunway and Monash University. Okay, they have to use Turnitin because of learning program from UK. Okay, the other 4, the international school, Dalat, Mungkiara, Kuala Lumpur, and International School of Penang. Okay, so when my colleague visited them and asked them why they need Turnitin for kids, 6 years old, 7 years old. So they told that the main intention of them use Turnitin is not to catch the students, but to groom the students from young. Okay, to educate the students from young. So when the students grow up to this level, they will know what to do. They will know how to write instead just copy and paste like me. Okay, that's their main objective. And you can use Turnitin from anywhere, anytime around the world, including through your smartphone and your tablet as well, as long as you have connection to the internet. And Turnitin does support 30 French languages, including Bahasa, Mandarin, Arabic. Okay, so if you have any paper in BM, you can try to submit. I'm sure there will be a redaction.